So I usually don't do videos like this where it is in the heat of the moment, but this game requires it. What we just saw was absolutely embarrassing. I mean, the the game that Real Madrid played was horrendous, horrendous. And I believe it comes down to three people or even two people in the whole Real Madrid system. Now, Arsenal undoubtedly played absolutely incredible football. Well, not even, but they were just better than Real Madrid. They literally just were better than Real Madrid. And as we've seen for years now, even in the Champions League, it doesn't take much to actually play better than Real Madrid. But this video is just going to be about Real Madrid, solely Real Madrid. I'll do my video following the games today to talk about the Barcelona, Dortmund, and all the games in general, and we're gonna go more in depth into Arsenal's match. But this is solely about Real Madrid. Now let's begin. Who do you pin the blame to this atrocious display that we just saw yesterday? I pin it on Florentino Perez and I pin it on Ancelotti. No other person. Ancelotti, first of all, you saw what happened against Real Sociedad. Alaba was not ready to play full 90 minutes or as a starter against Real Sociedad. No offense to Real Sociedad, but Real Sociedad is not Arsenal. And you choose to put Alaba, who's been out for years at this point, at the left back position where you have Fran Garcia. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. And then you obligate Jude Bellingham to come and help him, completely distracting him from actually playing where he would play best as a center mid. First of all, I don't understand that decision making. Second of all, Ancelotti chooses to not sub out any of the front three pretty much the entire game. Are you kidding me? The 85th minute, you might as well not take him out. Are you kidding me? Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Ancelotti should have subbed out Vinicius. Vinicius was playing horrendous. And yes, there's a lot of people you can blame Vinicius because this is not the Vinicius that I defended for the Ballon d'Or. Not at all. Not at all. This Vinicius doesn't run. He just cries. He doesn't run. He doesn't press. Mbappe was pressing more than Vinicius Jr. This performance of Vinicius Jr. is also unacceptable. You got to bench him. We have Brahim Diaz. We have Arda Güler. Endrick has been absolutely incredible when he comes in. I mean, this guy has 5 goals in a couple matches in the Copa del Rey, and it wasn't against trash teams. I mean, Real Sociedad, are you kidding me? And Ancelotti continues to back Vinicius Jr. And I love Vinicius Jr. as much as the next guy, but the way he's playing is abysmal. Abysmal. How are you going to perform this badly in a Real Madrid shirt? How are you going to complain every single game? I don't even take you seriously anymore. I don't even take you seriously. And it's not like this is like, oh, this game only. No, we saw that against Valencia. We saw that against Atletico Madrid, where he was absolutely non-existent. We were talking about you got to bench him beforehand. Where against Atletico Madrid, we got very lucky that we went into extra time and we subbed him out then. This is truly ridiculous from Ancelotti, though. Who chooses to put Vinicius Jr. and not take him out? Who chooses to do that decision? Ancelotti. When you have Brahim Diaz on the bench, Endrick, and Arda Güler, this is absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous, and I really don't understand what in the world Ancelotti was thinking. And I'm glad we lost. I'm glad we lost because this is a clear wake-up call, not only for Ancelotti. No, I'm glad we lost in this way, in this horrendous 3-0 match. Because hopefully this wakes up Ancelotti and Real Madrid in general, making us realize that we're not invincible. We're not invincible. We have to play good football if we want to beat good teams. And the reality is that we've gotten very, very lucky in the last 2 Champions League that we've won with Ancelotti. Very lucky. In that 2022 round, Benzema bailed us out with Vinicius Jr. They both bailed us out because Courtois was locking it down in the goalkeeper position. Our defense was leaking any kind of shots and goals. Leaking. And if it wasn't for Courtois, we wouldn't have won that Champions League, especially that Liverpool performance. Last year, same thing. We barely beat RB Leipzig because we played like shit. We beat Manchester City by luck. Let's be honest, by luck. By Courtois, literally. We beat Dortmund by luck. That first half was all them. And if it wasn't for Courtois, they would have lost. We would have at least scored if we wouldn't have lost. We had to come back. Absolutely ridiculous. This is not a one-season thing. This is what I am stressing. I have seen this team play like shit for 4 years. Actually, ever since Ronaldo left. There haven't been a manager where I'm like, this Real Madrid plays well. Maybe Zidane, but not even. And Ancelotti, thank you so much for everything. You got to go by the end of the season. Regardless, I hope that Ancelotti can leave with a three-peat as in La Liga, Copa del Rey, and Champions League. I really hope that. But regardless of the outcome, he needs to go. Because it's been 3 years of zero. It's been all vibes. It's been 3 years of pure vibes of football, where we depend on Courtois to save our asses every single match. And we depend on our top strikers or whoever we have, or Vinicius Jr., to pull a rabbit out of the hat and do the unthinkable. That's what we're depending on. And we no longer have the players to do that type of stuff like Toni Kroos and Modric. We saw what Modric could do. He could only last like 20 minutes. Overall, I don't blame anyone in the team. I really did not blame the players. They've been ran to the ground. Jude Bellingham was forced to be pretty much a center back. What do you want Bellingham to do as a center back? He was running from our box to their box, trying to make something happen. Rodrigo, a lot of people were like, oh, Rodrigo's ghosting. Rodrigo was the main fullback defending pretty much Martinelli. We were sacrificing Rodrigo's attack, Bellingham's attack, Valverde's defense, because Florentino didn't think we needed a right back right now. Ridiculous. We're sacrificing all of these players to let Vinicius Jr. not drop back at all. I don't know who Vinicius Jr. thinks he is. I don't know. I don't know what is going on. But the point that the fact that Mbappe was pressing more than you is absolutely ridiculous. How am I supposed to defend you, man? How are you supposed to keep your title as Real Madrid's face, as I think? And a lot of Madridistas think that you should be the Real Madrid face because of how much you've given us. But the way you're performing, the way you're acting is abysmal. And with the way you're acting, the way Mbappe is playing and acting, Mbappe is going to be the face of Real Madrid for next season. Truly ridiculous what we're witnessing from Real Madrid right now. I am furious. But let's be honest, we've seen this coming. Against Atletico Madrid, we played like shit. Against City, the first leg, we played like shit. Against Liverpool in the round of 16. No, not in the group stage, we played like shit. We played like shit throughout the entire season. We got bashed by Barcelona 2 times. Scored out 9 times. And Andy continues to not get any playing time. Arda Güler continues to get no playing time. Fran Garcia continues to get doubted. When all you have is a fullback, no offense to Alaba, but he just came back from a 1-year injury, and you're forcing him to play in that position, which he hasn't played for probably a decade now, or like at least 5 years since he last played at left back. It's been a season where Ancelotti has done horrendous decisions that have not paid off. Horrendous. One of the decisions that paid off was that of playing Mbappe throughout his horrendous patch. But in my opinion, you should have benched him when he was horrendous. But Mbappe is now cooking, and now he's doing good. But they've been taking lots of dumb decisions throughout the season. Not giving Endrick minutes, or the Güler minutes, or playing Lucas Vazquez when you know he cannot play anymore. Or, for example, starting Modric for I don't know what reason. I'm not talking about this game because we literally had nobody else to play that position. But previous matches where, sure, you were trying to rest players, but Modric can last you, 20 minutes max. He's not there anymore. It's truly the Militao incident where you forced him to play the entire through injury pretty much. He just came back from injury. So it's been a season of horrendous decisions taken by Ancelotti, taken by Real Madrid in general. And now I'm going to get into why the main culprit, I think, is Florentino Perez in this whole situation. First of all, you don't buy a fullback. I saw the first, everyone in Real Madrid, in the Real Madrid community saw that we were weak on defense. Yes, you try to buy Lenny Yoro. We didn't get him. Get a loan or get somebody. We got lucky. We got Asensio. But you know Ancelotti doesn't like to play with players who are from Cantera. And you didn't bring in anybody. Not only with that, the Carvajal thing. We pushed through in the first half of the season without Carvajal. January transfer window comes in. We need a right back. You know, everybody sees we need a right back. Everybody. I mean, it was obvious that we needed a right back. And you get nobody. You don't get nobody on loan. You don't get Trent Alexander-Arnold. You don't get nobody. And look at that. Now we're forcing to play Valverde, who would have been an incredible asset in the midfield. On the right back position. And he's not moving from there for the rest of the season. You're not going to have Valverde in center mid till next season. You're just not. Florentino also knew that Kroos was leaving. And him more than anybody knew that we needed to replace Kroos. Me personally, I knew that, you know what, Jude Bellingham, in my opinion, is like the best midfielder in the world, but he can't control the game. He doesn't have he's not a tempo setter. Nor is Camavinga, nor is Valverde. You can kind of see it in Tchouaméni, but he's not the best at it. So we knew we needed a Toni Kroos type player. Modric, he was going to last, as I said, not much anymore. Yet you decided to continue trusting the players that are constant, that are already here. And look how that paid off. We just got battered by Arsenal. And we should have gotten battered by Atletico Madrid. That's the reality. We should have gotten battered by Dortmund, by Manchester City last season. Should have gotten battered by a bunch of teams. But literally just what I'm glad of is that Real Madrid spirit where we don't give up. So I'm hoping that this woke up the Real Madrid team. This woke up Vinicius Jr. This woke up Ancelotti to brighten up. This woke him up to brighten up. I still think I'm delusional enough to think that Real Madrid can still win this in the Santiago Bernabeu. But regardless of what happens, I'm going to be happy. And regardless of what happens this season, change needs to happen and will happen in Real Madrid. As I said, I'll go ahead and do another video after the matches are done for the Barcelona versus Dortmund game. And I'll see you guys in the next one.